Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Lynette. Today we're going to talk about people putting off life until this happens or that happens. In other words, when I get better, then I can do this or that. I will travel. I will go here, go there. Or when I lose 15 pounds, then I'll feel good. Then I will be comfortable going to parties or whatever. So what really brought this to my attention is I was having lunch with a cousin of mine, and she's not very old, and she was having difficulty hearing me. And I said, "Oh my gosh." And she said, "Well, everybody's got something." And for some reason, that really hit me because, well, not only do I myself do that, but it made it very clear that people stop living until this or that happens. Or they say something like, when I make X amount of dollars, then I'll be happy. When I get my home, I'll be happy. When I meet my significant other, I'll be happy. But this is our life. This is our one life. We have to meet ourselves right where we are. I find myself doing this constantly, making excuses, thinking when I would be with people and I don't want to put them out, I'd say, "Oh, I'm working on this or that." So what I'm doing is delaying their opinion of me, I thought. But I'm not doing that. People can see right through everything. So as my cousin said, everybody's got something. So we need to make allowances for each other. Like in her case, for example, when we were out to lunch, I had to step up and make my voice louder for her to hear me. But on the same token, she had to assist me in getting to the restaurant. So don't feel like you're the only one going through this. And I don't mean to be negative by saying everybody does have something, but whether you do or you don't at this time, hopefully you don't, it doesn't mean you need to stop living. It doesn't mean if you're 10, 20, 30, whatever pounds overweight, that you stay home and hide yourself. You've got to accept yourself and meet yourself right where you are, because this is where you're at this moment in time. And we're all where we are at this moment. Instead of making excuses, with gratitude, embrace who you are. Be out there, live your life to the fullest, regardless of your physical status. Whatever is going on, this is your one life. And be proud of who you are, because this is who you are at this moment. We all change, hopefully for the better. You've got to be proud of who you are right now. I think back on myself being critical of specific things, but accept people just who they are at this moment. You've got to just let people be who they are. Go through what they need to go through without judgment of yourself, without judgment of the people that you're with. Have you ever been with someone and they just have full acceptance? And I admire that, because that's how it should be in life. We shouldn't be judging each other. We shouldn't be judging ourselves. And we shouldn't put our lives on hold until this happens or that happens. If because of your condition, whatever it is, makes it difficult for you to do it, then you need to weigh it out. At that time, do I want to push forward and go through this even though it's difficult? Or would I opt to not do this at all? That's your choice, your decision. And we've talked about that, making the decisions that suit you the best. I hate to admit it, but I was one that always making excuses. It was always like, oh, the doctor's going to do this, the doctor's going to do that. I don't know who I thought I was fooling, acting like maybe when this happens, everything will be okay, or if that happens. And I wasn't fooling anybody, but most of all, why was I doing that to myself? So if I'm asked to do something, the stress of thinking, can I do this, would be so overwhelming. And so now, if I want to do it, I do it, but I make it clear to the people I'm with what I need from them. And if they don't want to do it, it's okay. And if you're around too many people that don't want to be bothered with helping somebody else or doing what your needs are, then clearly those are not your people. You want people who you're going to feel comfortable with. And people that you feel comfortable with have your back when you're going through things. So you need to weigh that out also. Again, it comes back to toxic people. You have the choice how close you want them in your life. You can keep them at arm's length. But I myself have decided I want to be around people that I feel safe with. And by choosing me and doing what I'm comfortable with and not being afraid to say it makes me more comfortable with more people. Because if you get to a place where it's like take it or leave it, it's their option. And you have to kind of have that attitude toward everything you're looking at. You have to be willing to let certain things go, because if they aren't fit to your life or for who you are at this moment, it's okay. It's not the time to do that specific thing. You know, it's really so exciting and so freeing to be who you are right at this moment. And the really interesting thing about it is, and again, I'm guilty of this, we're all human beings. I think we all have pretty much the same emotions. But the big difference is those that want to help themselves get out of these negative emotions. That's what the difference is helping you to become the best version of yourself. How I noticed it with me is I would think, oh my gosh, my face is looking older. Oh, my neck is looking older. Oh, I'm gained 5 pounds, whatever. And then I would look at a picture from like 5 years previously when I thought I didn't look good. I think, wow, I look pretty good. Well, after doing that 5-year increment so many times and looking back, I thought I better enjoy where I'm at right now. So we don't want you always looking behind us. We were pretty good when we looked behind us. No, we're pretty good right now. You got to embrace and enjoy who you are right now. And I, for one, admire people who are confident and self-assured enough to be who they are, no matter what shortcomings there are. And you know what's interesting about it is the most attractive thing, I think, is not looks. It's confidence, self-confidence. And when I see someone who's so confident to be who they are unapologetically and do what they need to do and be themselves, be their best selves, be the best version of themselves, let their talent shine through without being self-conscious. That to me is the ultimate version of being attractive. I remember some time ago, I got this job acting. My character was a doctor, and I was to be typing my reports on the computer. Well, I started getting sick, but I still tried to keep it a secret. Again, I probably wasn't fooling anybody, but my fingers would not go in the right direction on the keyboard. And I felt so upset about that. And then I was supposed to put on some eyeglasses, and I couldn't bring my arm up. enough to put the glasses on correctly. So obviously I was carrying a lot of stress within myself. So I went to makeup, and the girl that was putting makeup on me, I shared with her what I was feeling. And she simply said, well, that's not what you do. And she put it in such simple terms that we don't need to feel bad when we can't do something, because that's not what we ever claimed to do. I never said I was a doctor. I never said I knew how to type. I didn't even wear glasses at the time. And so we need to realize this is just who we are. And in doing so, we need to be able to depend on each other. If one person has a difficulty in one area, then you pick it up for them. It's called helping each other. And that's how we should be with each other. It should be unconditional. And to be you and to feel good about you regardless of what's going on is so freeing. And, it's so interesting because when we try to hide what's going on, we're not fooling anybody. And we think it's going to make a difference to people. It doesn't make a bit of difference to anybody. And again, like I said, if somebody is uncomfortable helping you or meeting you halfway, then they just simply are not your people. And you might as well know right now, because trying to keep up with someone who's always uncomfortable around you is too much stress. And you don't have to verbalize it, but your body language will tell that this is who I am, take it or leave it. And believe me, most of the times, people are happy to take it because the real you comes through when you're not trying to hide something, not trying to be something you're not. And you just let your full personality come out regardless of what's going on. And by the way, you're perfect just like you are. We are all human beings. We are all going through something. We all have certain things we wish were different. But instead of dwelling on that, think about the things that you're so grateful for. I remember one night, it was my birthday celebration, and we were going out, a group of girls. And the ones that couldn't come, I was really getting upset about it. And I was standing in my bathroom putting on my makeup. And I got this kind of audible voice that said, enjoy who is there. And so I try to remember that, whether it be disappointments or whatever the situation is. I remember that. Enjoy who is there. So if there's 10 people and 7 can't go and only 3 are there, enjoy those 3, because those 3 are your people. And you would have more fun being with the people who are your people than thousands of those that aren't. So again, enjoy your life. Be grateful for who you are right now, today. Never delay living. Enjoy who you are. Walk confidently. Be your best self. Be proud of who you are. Honor that. And honor the people around you. With that being said, I thank you so much for listening. And I want to let you know, on my episode description, at the very top, it says fan mail. And if you click on that, you can leave me a direct message. I would be so happy to hear from you. And then at the bottom of the episode description, there's a support button. If you're enjoying this show and you want to support it, click on that button. But either way, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. And I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.